Champ and Leo have bubble trouble. One morning, Pammy and Dave were talking, and Pammy said to Dave, Dave, we really need to buy a nice toy for our puppies. Champ and Leo were immediately excited because they heard the word toy. Dave was also interested to know what toy Pammy had in mind. Pammy set off to search for the perfect toy for Champ and Leo. While Pammy sat at her laptop and typed away and searched, Champ and Leo were having fun playing with their ball. Finally, Pammy shouted with delight, I found it! Pammy had found the latest bubble blowing machine and she was sure that the puppies would love it. She ordered the new toy immediately and waited eagerly for it to arrive. Are you excited to play with your new toy? It's coming soon, said Pammy to Champ and Leo. The toy was delivered soon. Pammy was so surprised that it was such a large parcel. The very next day, Pammy read the instructions and set up the bubble machine in their backyard. When she turned it on, it was such a beautiful sight to see the bubbles blowing gently out of the machine and floating all around. Champ and Leo were so excited and they were leaping to try and catch the bubbles. After watching the puppies have fun, Pammy went inside to work. She and Dave were working from home. Pammy was so happy and overjoyed that the puppies were having fun with the bubbles. She burst out singing, bubble, bubbles in the air, bubbles, bubbles everywhere. Bubble. Come on, sing along with Pammy. Bubbles. Bubbles look so pretty. Bubbles. Bubbles make me smile. Oh, look, a rainbow in the bubble. It looks so pretty. It's fun to blow the bubbles for our puppies and for us too. The bubbles fly around you and then they go pop, 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 pop. Come on, sing with Pammy. Bubbles, bubbles in the air. Bubbles, la 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 la. Seeing Champ and Leo having so much fun, the crow, cat, and squirrel, you remember them from the earlier story? They joined Champ and Leo as well, and everybody was having fun. Dave had a good belly laugh, and he said, Pammy, you've come up with a really catchy tune. As Pammy and Dave went back to work, they suddenly heard a loud, ha ha, ha ha. The crow seemed frantic. Dave and Pammy were alarmed when they heard the puppies yelping. Bow, wow, wow, bow, wow, wow. What's happening, Pammy? Let's go and check it out, said Dave. When Pammy and Dave ran out, they saw an incredible sight. There were bubbles everywhere. Bubbles were even on Champ and Leo's heads. The bubble machine was spluttering and blowing out a large amount of bubbles. Oh no, cried Pammy. What is wrong with the bubble machine? The machine was making all kinds of noises, spluttering and vibrating, and the bubbles just kept increasing. Dave said, Pammy, we need to turn this machine off right away. They looked all over the machine, but they just couldn't find the power switch. So they couldn't turn it off. Dave tried banging the machine, but it still didn't help at all. Oh no, Dave, what should we do now? Asked Pammy. The bubbles were everywhere now. Even Pammy and Dave were getting covered by the bubbles. Hearing all this commotion, Geeta, their neighbor, came running to the yard. Geeta was so shocked to see so many bubbles blowing all around. She said, You need to call the company that made the machine. They can fix it. But there wasn't enough time. They needed to do something immediately. Dave asked Geeta to go and get the toolbox from her house. But before Geeta could move, the crow became scared and frantically started flying all around. Caw, 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 caw. And it started flapping its wings. With all the commotion and confusion, Dave accidentally knocked over the machine. And suddenly, a compartment opened up at the back. Pammy pointed to a yellow button and said, Dave, there's a yellow button there. It may be the power switch. Dave said, Okay, Pammy, let's give this a try. And he pressed the yellow button. The machine just stopped working after that. For a few seconds, everything went silent. The bubbles stopped, the machine stopped spluttering, and everybody was quiet. One by one, they burst out laughing because they knew for sure that they had managed to turn off this troublesome bubble machine. The next day, Pammy, Dave, Champ, and Leo were in the yard playing. There were bubbles floating around, but this time around, Pammy didn't use the bubble machine. She bought the normal old fashioned bubble blower and blew the bubbles. The puppies leapt around trying to catch the bubbles. Everybody was so happy. Dave laughed and said, Pammy, looks like when it comes to bubbles, we're going old school now. Champ and Leo had so much fun playing with bubbles. If you like the story, then do subscribe to our channel.